Howdy, my name is Ashayla Tezeno, and today I will be presenting my core project. In this presentation, I will explain how our perception of stress can impact our physical and mental performance, and how we can use stress to our advantage. Stress is something that we all deal with, especially as college students. Stress can feel overwhelming, whether from exams, presentations, or deadlines. Most of us assume stress is harmful, but research challenges this belief. The study suggests that stress isn't necessarily bad, but reappraising stress as a useful tool can improve our mental and physical responses to challenging situations. Research found that individuals who viewed stress as functional and adaptive had better cardiovascular responses and improved focus. This means that by challenging how we think about stress, we can enhance our performance instead of letting stress hold us back. The researchers aimed to answer three key questions. First, they wanted to know if reappraising stress-induced arousal could improve cardiovascular health. In other words, does viewing stress differently help the heart function more efficiently? Second, they investigated whether changing stress perception reduces attentional bias toward negative information. This means they wanted to see if people who reappraise stress were better able to focus instead of getting distracted by negative thoughts. Lastly, they explored whether these effects could enhance overall mental performance. These questions are important because stress affects academic success, mental health, and everyday life, making it essential to find ways to manage it effectively. To answer these questions, the study involved 50 participants, with 25 males and 25 females. The average age was about 21.88 years. All participants were pre-screened to ensure they had no health conditions that could interfere with cardiovascular measurements, such as hypertension or heart disease. Once selected, participants were randomly assigned to one of three groups. Each group received different instructions on how to handle stress before completing a set of tasks designed to induce stress. Participants were divided into three groups, each with a different approach to handling stress. The first group was the reappraisal condition. They were taught to view stress as beneficial to performance. They were given information explaining how stress responses are functional and adaptive. The second group, the ignore condition, was instructed to shift their attention away from the stress by focusing on an unrelated cue such as an X. The third group had the no intervention control, received no instructions, and completed a non-demanding task before undergoing stress-inducing exercises. After receiving their assigned instructions, all participants completed the TSST, where they had to deliver a speech and perform a math task while receiving negative feedback. Afterward, they completed the emotional Stroop task, which measured how well they could focus under stress. Researchers recorded their psychological responses throughout the entire process. The results of the studies were clear. Participants in reappraisal group had better cardiovascular responses than those in the control groups. Their hearts pumped more blood efficiently, shown by their higher cardiac output. They experienced lower total resistance, meaning their blood vessels remained more open. This suggests that viewing stress as helpful reduces the physical strain that stress places on the body. Additionally, reappraisal helped participants focus better. Those in the reappraisal group showed less attentional bias towards negative information during the Stroop test, meaning they were less distracted and better able to concentrate under pressure. One of the most stressful experiences I face as a student is presenting in front of a class. The moment I stand up to speak, my heart starts racing, my hands shake, my mind goes blank. I used to see these as signs of panic, making me even more nervous. However, after learning about this study, I realized that these physical reactions might be helping me. Instead of interpreting my fast heartbeat as fear, I can recognize it as my body providing more oxygen to my brain, helping me think more clearly. My shaky hands aren't a weakness, they are just my body's way of preparing me to take action. Using the reappraisal technique, I can shift my mindset to see stress as a tool rather than an obstacle. Research provides strong evidence that stress is not inherently harmful. Instead, how we interpret the stress plays a significant role in how it affects us. If we view stress as something negative, it can harm our health and impact our ability to focus. However, if we reframe stress as a helpful tool, it can improve both our cardiovascular function and mental clarity. Students, professionals, anyone who experiences stress can benefit from a simple mindset shift. Learning to reappraise stress can enhance performance, resilience, and overall well being. By making this small but powerful change, we can turn something like stress into an advantage rather than letting it hold us back. I hope you learned a few things today from my presentation. Thanks and gig 'em.